All right. Hey, how's everybody doing? And how about the last week? I hope everyone had a good and productive week. Um, you are going to see in my numbers that it was a tough one for me. Wasn't The process wasn't tough. It's just I had a lot of interruptions that slowed me down. I had 2 days, 3 days. I had a holiday. Well, let's just do it. Let's just go over it. So, Monday, or excuse me, Thursday, start of the week for this was 40 calls, 10 conversations, one appointment booked, one appointment kept, one appointment canceled. So, we got out of the gate consistent. Friday was the third. So, that holiday, Friday the third, we were off. So I didn't do anything. I wouldn't have minded making phone calls, honestly, but I'm just not so sure people would have been happy to receive my calls on a holiday. Monday, the 6th. I don't know what got in the way, but I didn't complete. So I had 17 calls, three conversations, three appointments booked, one appointment kept. I don't know. I don't recall what my challenge was Monday, why I was off my numbers. I really just don't know. Tuesday, 40 calls, seven conversations, three appointments booked, one appointment canceled. Wednesday, the 8th, we had a personal matter that we were involved with regarding our daughter's passing. So that consumed our whole day from 9 to 3:30. I was on a Zoom call. That wasn't, I just didn't have the capacity to do anything else. That was my entire day. So that was the week. What is the week total? So despite 3 days of, I think you just kind of, I don't know if you've ever read The Gap and the Gain. I really recommend the book. It's a great book, but it's talking about focusing on the things that the improvements that you've made. So yeah, my goal was 200, and what is that a realistic goal with 3 days out and only 2 days of calling, or 2.5 days of calling? Probably not. But the bottom line is, even with all of the distractions, interruptions, whatever you want to call it, I'm committed to the process, and I still moved the needle forward with 97 calls, 20 conversations, seven appointments booked, two appointments kept, and two appointments canceled. So I met with two people. I was supposed to meet with four, but still not a bad week when you take everything into consideration. And I want to say that, I've talked a couple times about calling other markets where you maybe don't work, or et cetera. And I just want to mention to you that that is still the prevailing, like in this week where I had limited conversations, limited calls, et cetera, about half my normal numbers. Um, it's those calls that are really moving things forward for me, because it's a high percentage of those calls of people that are willing to meet. What I find is when you call into another market with the simple idea of meeting face to face, you get you get three answers: yes, no, is this recruiting? That's it. Those are the three answers. Yes means, hey, I identify as Jimmy Dulin with eXp Realty, and they still accept the appointment. No, I've identified myself as Jimmy Dulin, eXp Realty, and they do not want the appointment. Either one of those answers I accept. So, and it's critical, I believe, that it's both of those answers you accept. It's not just the one that you want, the yes, it's the no. When you get a no, you still accept it. And then the last one is this a recruiting appointment? And my response is simply that I am definitely interested in partnering with agents in that particular market. And so far, I've been calling markets where I have no one. So I've been able to say I have no one that I work with in that particular market, and I am looking for people to potentially partner with. So that is the intent of my call. And if that is something of interest to you, or something you're interested in at least exploring, let's meet. And if not, I understand. And again, accepting the yes and I accept the no. But that's simple dialogue, if you want to call it even dialogue. I just kind of call it natural in a conversation. I mean, it was really just me being honest and saying, I'm going to be in your area and I want to know if you want to talk. But that simple conversation has led to a significant number of appointments in the recent weeks. And it's something I'm going to continue to do. And honestly, I'm also looking forward to it because I'm picking areas that are, within an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours from where I live. And I'm going there for one day. Typically, if depending on the distance, if it's more than, an hour or so, I'm spending the night, coming in the day before, spending the night, exploring, seeing what the town's like, learning a little bit about it, which incidentally, I have to admit, ChatGPT is awesome for that. If you're going to go visit someplace you've never been, or you're driving down the road and you want to know what should I do in this area, just ask Chat. She'll tell you, she, he, whatever, will tell you everything you want to know. But yeah, doing that, then spending the day hanging out at a local coffee shop, meeting people and having conversations, and seeing where it goes. So that's it. That's it for the week. Good week, not great week. I'd say great week, all things being considered, but certainly the numbers are not where I wanted them to be and where my target is. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not a quitter, so I'm going to keep on plugging. And we'll have good days and we'll have challenging days, but in the end, we'll prevail. So anyway, have a great week. Appreciate your time. Glad you're here. Subscribe, follow, like, share, whatever the case may be. But come along for the ride, because this 10,000 call project, it's fun. And each and every week, I've got different emotions, different feelings, different things going on. And I'm trying to always make sure to remember what that week felt like, so I can share it with you, so that hopefully there's something worth listening to. Thanks, and take care.